Hey, what's up, guys? Zero One here. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about Sphere, the film. It's based off of a novel authored by Michael Crichton. He's the same guy who wrote Jurassic Park and also The Lost World. So you're going to get a lot of scientific theories in this film and also in the novel. Now, the director of this film is actually Barry Levinson, and the cast is Dustin Hoffman, Samuel L. Jackson, Sharon, Liev, Schreiber, Peter, Coyote or Coyote, however you want to pronounce it. And we also have Queen Latifah also coming out in this film. So you have a pretty good ensemble. For starters, the casting did an amazing job. The actors delivered. The actors really fulfilled their roles. Some of the scenes that were shot in this film are very much improvised, and it really helped move the story along. And I really loved about that, because sometimes when they improvise in films, it's really a headache for the editor, for the director, and for the other actors who are like, hey, what does this have to do with the film? It's like it doesn't really add to the story. So that was pretty cool. So the whole point about Sphere is that they find a spaceship on the bottom of the sea, and they're trying to figure out, what's inside the spaceship. So the military personnel get these scientists to come together and actually go explore the spaceship. And one thing I loved about this film is that it was shot very well, especially the underwater scenes. They were just, gorgeous and sometimes scary. So if you watch this film late at night, just there's going to be those certain scenes that it's just going to be kind of creepy. And they actually go into the spaceship and they see all these different things that they've never seen before, and they see also things that they've seen before. So that's kind of like a tripped out moment where they see a trash can and they see what's written on inside, well, actually right next to the trash can, and they're like, what? So that was pretty trippy. And I loved about the whole film is that it makes you think. It really does. You have to be attentive for what the actors are actually saying, because it's very important. It actually adds to the story, and also it at the end of the film, you're kind of rewarded for paying attention to what you were watching. So thank you for that, Hollywood. So many times we watch films and it was about nothing. So yeah, and another thing is where the scientists are staying is in kind of like this claustrophobic habitat. It's underwater, and the entire film takes place underwater. So you have to have a habitat for the entire characters to stay in. So you have some moments that are very tense. You also have some moments that are very scary and creepy. You have moments that really kind of just bring the actors to that state where it's like they have to be good at what they do, because if they weren't, then you wouldn't buy into their fears, you wouldn't buy into their arguments, their debates. And that's another thing about the film. You're going to see a lot of debates between the scientists and also the military personnel, and it's and I liked it. I was like, man, this is a real good storytelling. Sometimes what the director would do is just leave the camera there and just allow the actors just to act. And Samuel L. Jackson really delivered in this film. I mean, there's points where it was just, he just looked a certain way and it grabbed your attention. I mean, there was this one scene where they're actually going diving underwater, and he's there and he's kind of, his character's nervous. And then Sharon Stone's character says something, and he kind of grabs his attention. And the way he did it was very well done. Very, kind of like realistically, that's the same reaction what most people would actually, think of. So, good job, Samuel L. Jackson. And once they interact with within the spaceship, they find an artifact that is not from this world. And that artifact is something that is creepy, but at the same time interesting, because once the characters start interacting with the artifact, it really changes things. It really does. And like I said, you have to pay attention to this film, because if you don't, you're gonna be lost, and you're gonna be like, well, what was that all about? But if you do pay attention to the dialogue that's being said, then you kind of pick it up and like, oh, I know what this is all about, or I know what this character is trying to say, or this moment or this scene, and it's pretty interesting. It really is. And I love also those scenes where they're finally interacting with Jerry. And Jerry, I don't want to spoil it for you, but Jerry speaks through a monitor. Well, he doesn't speak through a monitor. He speaks through words and numbers. And once Jerry starts speaking, the camera's just there set, and you're just seeing what he's saying. Like, one of the things that he says is that I'm really fun. I'm really happy to meet you guys, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I love Dustin Hoffman's character where he says, okay, Jerry's been trapped for 300 years in a spaceship that there's nobody to speak to. And then he finally meets somebody who's actually, you know, a different race, different entity, and he just wants to have fun. Okay, are we sure that he's all right from his mind? So that was pretty interesting. It was kind of very scary, very intense moments with the monitor, and it's just Dustin Hoffman just interacting with the monitor. But you believe it. You believe that, oh yeah, he's actually speaking with an alien life form, and he's trying to, you know, appease his anger or his frustration. And that was pretty cool. And yeah, so I think a lot of people will be surprised at the end of this film. There's going to be a lot of questions asked, you know, like where did the artifact came from and stuff like that. But I think as when it comes to storytelling, it was awesome. It showed that you can tell a very great and awesome story to the audience, and at the same time not have filth in it. So that was pretty cool, and I thank you so much for you know, listening to what I have to say. You guys have an awesome day. Jesus Christ is King, and I'm gonna bring some more reviews on literature. I've been reading a lot of stuff, and I want your opinion about it. Okay, thank you. Later, guys. Bye.